You ever feel like you're supposed to want something, but you just don't? Your friends are obsessed with climbing the ladder, but you're over here wondering what the point is. Or maybe 5 years ago you were hungry for validation, and now you couldn't care less. You're not broken. You're just in a different stage, and nobody told you there's a map for this. Here's the pattern you've been missing about how humans actually develop. Let me break this down into stages you'll actually recognize. These aren't theories. This is the psychological sequence every person moves through, and understanding where you are right now will stop you from beating yourself up. You'll stop beating yourself up for not caring about things that don't matter yet, or still caring about things you've outgrown. Stage 1. Survival mode. You're here when life feels like constant scrambling. Your brain is laser focused on making it through the day, the week, the month. Food, rent, not getting fired, not falling apart. Everything else is background noise. Here's what this looks like. You can't think about your purpose when your bank account is screaming. You can't worry about self-actualization when you're wondering if you can afford gas. Your friend invites you to some self-help seminar, and you want to throw your phone because they clearly don't get that you're just trying to survive. This stage isn't failure. It's foundation. Your brain is wired to handle threats first. You can't build a life when the ground is shaking. If you're here, your only job is stability. Get your basic needs handled. That's not being unambitious. That's being smart. You don't plant a garden during an earthquake. The trap is staying here when you don't need to. Some people get addicted to crisis because it's familiar. Check yourself. Are you actually in survival mode? Or are you creating chaos because calm feels weird? Stage 2. Safety and belonging. Once survival is handled, your brain shifts. Now you're obsessed with fitting in. You need people. You need routines. You need to feel like you're part of something because isolation feels like death. This is when you're molding yourself to match your environment. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You hide opinions that might rock the boat. You stay in relationships that bore you because being alone feels worse. Your coworker group becomes your identity. Your family's approval becomes oxygen. Here's the thing. This stage is necessary. Humans are pack animals. We need connection to survive. But you're not supposed to live here forever. The danger is sacrificing too much of yourself for acceptance. You wake up one day and realize you don't know who you are without other people telling you. If you're here, start small. Say one true thing that might be unpopular. Spend one evening alone without filling the silence with distractions. Test the waters. You'll be shocked how much belonging you can keep while also being yourself. Most people respect honesty more than performance. Stage 3. Achievement and validation. This is where ambition kicks in hard. You're not just surviving or fitting in anymore. You want to win. You want recognition. You want proof that you matter. You're chasing promotions, followers, compliments, trophies. Your worth is tied to external scorecards. You check your notifications like a slot machine. Someone praises your work and you're flying. Someone criticizes you and you're destroyed. You compare yourself to everyone and it's exhausting, but you can't stop. Your calendar is packed because being busy feels important. You say yes to everything because saying no feels like losing. You humble brag because direct bragging feels wrong, but you need people to know you're winning. You're running on fumes, but you can't slow down because stopping feels like falling behind. Here's what nobody tells you. This stage burns you out if you stay too long. Eventually, the wins stop hitting. The validation stops filling the hole. You achieve the thing and feel empty 3 days later. That's not depression. That's your brain telling you it's time to level up. If you're stuck here, try this. Do something you're bad at with zero audience. Paint alone. Hike where there's no photo op. Help someone who can't pay you back. Remind your brain that you exist without applause. Stage 4. Authenticity and inner direction. This is the shift that feels like waking up. Suddenly you don't care as much what people think. You start making decisions based on what feels right, not what looks good. You quit the job that impresses people because it's draining your soul. You end the friendship that's all performance. You stop posting for likes and start creating for satisfaction. Other people's opinions become background noise instead of the whole soundtrack. This stage is freedom, but it's also lonely at first. Your old crowd might not get you anymore. They're still chasing validation, and you're over here choosing peace. They think you've lost your edge. You know you've found your center. The mistake people make here is thinking they've arrived. They get self-righteous about their authenticity. They judge people still in stage 3 like they're idiots. Don't do that. You were there too. Everyone's on their own timeline. If you're entering this stage, expect resistance. From others and from yourself. Your brain will panic when you stop performing. It'll tell you you're being selfish or lazy. You're not. You're recalibrating. Give yourself 6 months of choosing authenticity over approval. Watch what happens. Stage 5. Purpose and contribution. Here's where it gets bigger than you. You stop asking what you can get and start asking what you can give. Not because you're a saint. Because contribution feels better than consumption. You've handled survival, you've built connections, you've proven yourself. You've found who you are. Now you want to matter in a way that outlasts you. You're thinking about legacy, impact, and service. Your kids, your community, your craft. Something beyond your own comfort. This isn't about being selfless. It's about your satisfaction being tied to something larger. You help someone level up, and it hits different than any promotion ever did. You create something that helps people, and it fills you up in a way validation never could. The trap here is martyrdom, sacrificing yourself until you're resentful and empty. Purpose without boundaries is just people-pleasing with better branding. You can contribute without disappearing. You can serve without suffering. If you're here, protect your energy. Say no to causes that drain you. Focus your contribution where it actually matters. You're not responsible for saving everyone. You're responsible for giving your best where you're most effective. The pattern you've been missing. Here's the part that changes everything. You don't skip stages. You can't hack this sequence. Trying to find your purpose while you're in survival mode is torture. Trying to achieve when you don't feel safe is exhausting. Trying to contribute before you know yourself is performance. Each stage builds on the last. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. The pressure you feel is from comparing your stage to someone else's. They're worried about purpose, and you're handling survival. That doesn't make you less. It makes you focused on what matters now. Stop forcing yourself to care about things that belong to a different stage. Here's what to focus on at each stage. The pattern is simple. Survival, safety, achievement, authenticity, contribution. Know your stage. Respect your process. Trust what naturally comes next. Your life will make sense when you stop fighting where you actually are.